Popstar, Never Stop Stopping. Oh my god, this movie, I was so excited to watch it. The Lonely Island, I discovered The Lonely Island in 2009, which was pretty late in the game. A friend of mine told me about Mother Lover. So, of course, from there I discovered Dick in a Box and just a bunch of other Lonely Island shit. And, Hot Rod. You know, as I was watching the movie, I was like, I'm so happy they made a movie. And I was like, fucking Hot Rod! Like, why didn't I think of that before? I love that movie. So, I was just really, really excited. It's a great idea. It's a documentary about Connor for real. He was part of a boy group, the Style Boys, and with Gabe and Yorma, and he went solo because he's the fucking star, and it was just so fucking funny. It's only an hour and a half, and it's just funny as fuck all the time, and it gives you like this insight into the music industry where it's so over the top, but you know it's kind of real. And the amount of cameos, I had no, like, T.I. is in this, like, oh my god, 50 Cent and Nas, and I think A$AP Rocky was in it. Mariah Carey was hysterical. Freaking Justin Timberlake. It's just so many people making cameos. Justin Bieber showed up for a second, which was pretty ironic considering this is basically Never Say Never, the parody. It was just so funny. And you know, one of the things that you think about when you think about Lonely Island is the music, for obvious reasons. The SNL digital shorts were amazing. Just, they have the ability to make good songs that are hilarious. You know, it's not just joke after joke after joke. It's actually good songs, like well produced, well written, well executed, and they actually have musical talent that they fuse with the comedic talent, and it's just fantastic. So the songs in this movie were amazing. Mona Lisa is in my favorite songs right now. It's like in my playlist of favorite songs. Mona Lisa is the shit. Like, that song is fantastic. I'm So Humble. You know, just so many equal rights. He had a song about equal rights, but he's not gay. But he has a song about equal rights. And it's just so funny. And it's been a good year for comedies. Like, after Keanu and Neighbors, and hopefully soon Sausage Party, I get to watch it. And I was just really looking forward to it. It came out of nowhere with the trailer, and I had no idea that they were working on a movie. And I was just really, really excited for it, and it did not let me down. So far, this is definitely one of the best comedies that I've ever seen. Hunter, the rapper Hunter, it's like, his songs were ridiculous, but at the same time, I'm like, shit, that's something I would listen to. Like, it was actually great, and just so many people, like, all over the place, and it was just so fucking fun. And it's the typical, like, he's way too famous, and, you know, he thinks that he's so fucking great, but then he fucks up, and he keeps making bad decisions, releasing terrible songs, and being a dick to people, so now people hate him, and his album isn't selling, and the tour isn't selling, so he needs to bring in an opening act, so he brings in Hunter. He needs to bring him in to kind of sell tickets, and Hunter becomes more popular than him, and it's like this whole, like, roller coaster of emotions, and it's like, you suck as a person, but at the same time I feel sorry for you, and it's just great. It's just great. Gina from Brooklyn Nine-Nine makes a cameo, and she's fucking fantastic. Like, she's the best part of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Her character is amazing. The guys that were parodying TMZ, that was just amazing. What's his face from Arrested Development? Will Arnett. Yes, he was in Let's Go to Prison, another fucking fantastic comedy, Let's Go to Prison. He was just lovely, and the whole TMZ parody was just hilarious. And yeah, I have nothing to say about this movie other than watch it. It's fucking amazing. The fact that it's so short, so concise, and it's just one thing after another, and they don't spend time on the same joke over and over again, which is nice. It feels like they just had like a bunch of ideas, and they were like, we need to put them into this movie, but it's not chaotic, it's not all over the place. It's actually, it does feel like you're watching a documentary, and a funny one at that, and it feels like you're watching a documentary about a real person. Like, that's how documentaries are made. If you've ever seen like the VH1 specials about different artists, like that's how they make them. Different celebrities, you know, talking about them and talking about how they started and their early years and how they became famous and blah blah blah. And you get interviews with a bunch of people, and you get interviews with like the reps at the company and everything. And it was done in that way, and it was really, really good. And you can almost believe that that's a real person. And then you listen to the songs and you realize it's fucking ridiculous. It was just really fun. It was just really fucking fun. The fact that he had to like resort to magic tricks at his shows because no one gives a shit about his music anymore. And yeah, it was just fucking fantastic. The Lonely Island is definitely my type of humor. I just like, oh my god, Emma Watson makes a cameo in this, and she was amazing. But I just recently rediscovered I Broke My Arm, and I hadn't thought about that skit in forever. And oh my god, it just came up randomly in a video I was watching. Someone put a clip in it, and I was like, what was that? Oh my god, I broke my arm. And when I watched it, I was like, holy shit, I completely forgot that existed. So yeah, I just recently like remembered it, and then Emma Watson showed up. I was like, yes. So much fun, so much fun. It's definitely my type of humor. You know, this is a step up from Hot Rod for sure, because Hot Rod was really funny, but this is more up their alley, I think, in terms of they actually get to put in their music in this. It's perfect. It's fucking perfect. It's them parodying something. Justin Bieber, One Direction, you know, they had all those documentaries about them. And then they also get to use their comedic talent and their musical talent in one. So, absolutely hilarious. I loved it. Popstar, Never Stop Stopping. I mean, just the title alone, there you go. That's the type of thing you can expect from this movie. So, that's the type of humor. So yeah, the dick. I was not expecting, there is a scene with the dick in it, and I was not expecting it to go as long as it did. Wow, it was like there. It was there. So yeah, and I heard there's a dick in Game of Thrones apparently. This season I am not watching Game of Thrones currently, but I heard about the boobs, the bait and switch about the boobs, and I heard about the dick. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes in Game of Thrones. But yeah, it was just fucking funny. There's some great jokes in it. Things that I feel like for Lonely Island fans, you know, things that are gonna stick. Just like Dick in a Box or Lazy Sunday, or honestly, they had like the Lazy Boys were like their early shit, and it reminded me so much of Kablamo and Awesome Town. And they had like this show where I don't remember what the show was. Something Andy. It was about Andy, but the first episode is called White Power, and it's about them getting addicted to tooth whitening, and it's fucking hilarious. So it reminded me a lot of that era of Lonely Island. I feel like they did that on purpose. So yeah, it was just really fucking funny. Popstar, Never Stop Stopping. Never Stop Stopping. That's just so inspirational. Hashtag blessed. Yeah.
Ever since I was born, I was dope.
Watch out! It's Connor. I've got it all, and I'm getting more.
Adam Levine's hologram! So expensive!
Connor currently has 32 people on his personal payroll.
Sure, Connor surrounds himself with people who are agreeable.
I'm a superstar.
Connor, did you take a shit in the Anne Frank house?
Do not go in there!
Woo!
Ace Ventura! This is my best friend, Maximus. He's like the closest thing I've ever had to like a little brother. If I had like a mute brother that was hella scaly.
Connor's second album drops today.
Out of 4 possible stars, Rolling Stone has given it the shit emoji. So, mixed. Let's call it mixed reviews.
Mona Lisa, the original basic bitch.
The record label's concerned about ticket sales.
I heard he's getting into stage gimmicks now.
Dude, what is this?
That's your new head.
Check this out.
Mona Lisa, you're an overrated piece of shit.
I feel that real showmanship has been lost in modern pop music. I'm trying a brand new magic trick.
Top of the world!
Connor, don't worry about it. You were up there for like 10 seconds.
It's a third of the way to Mars!
Connor, we've talked about this. 30 Seconds to Mars is the name of a band. It's not a fact.
Ash and I have been hanging out for about 6 months now. She's the total package.
Ashley Wednesday.
Are those real wolves?
Yeah.
Is that a seal? And you invited the press. What's going on?
Will you marry me?
Yes?
Are you okay?
I've been in this situation before. I think I got these scars. From wolves? Now let's get out of here. We killed Seal!
He's dead!
Mona Lisa sucks. La da da da.